struggling to stay consistent with your goals, in this video I'm going to share with you guys seven easy daily habits that you can start implementing today so that you can start becoming more consistent and stay disciplined to achieving your goals and to make success a habit. So if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Giraldi and I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Giraldi Silva. I am batching my content today. So yes, I'm trying to content batch. So okay, let's get into the number one thing. So number one thing, clear metrics every week before the new week begins. This is daily habit number one. What do I mean by this? It means that you should be having an amount. You should be setting, it's kind of like a clear goal, but in reality, it's more of something that you're tracking progress on. So let's say your ultimate goal is to lose weight, 50 pounds by the end of, I don't know, by the time it's summertime. So 50 pounds by the time it's summertime. So each week you should have a clear metric of how much you need to lose in order to be able to hit that 50-pound mark by summertime. So each week, let's say you need to lose 2 pounds. So you need to have a clear metric on how you're going to achieve that, whether it's the daily habits that you have to, the daily action steps that you have to take in order to be able to achieve that 2-pound loss, right? Whether it's I need to count my calories and check my weight every single day, or it's I need to make sure that I'm going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week so that I'm losing the weight that I need. So we're having clear metrics on how we're going to achieve this goal, and we should be doing this every week before the week begins. So for example, this weekend you should either, actually if you have time today, you could start today. You could start planning for the new week and how you're going to achieve the goal that you really want. So for me, I like to work in 3 months intervals. So in 3 months, this is what I want to achieve, and then every single week I'm breaking it down. Like, this is the metrics that I have for myself to know whether I'm making enough progress to hit the 3-month goal mark, or if I need to do something different to be able to achieve that goal within the 3 months. Or if maybe the goal was too high, then the goal was too high and we need to lessen that goal down. Okay. So number two thing is you want to follow a consistent wake-up schedule. So why do we want a consistent wake-up schedule? Well, this again creates the predictability that we want to have. I want to create as much predictability in my life as I possibly can because it eliminates me wasting my time. I hate to waste time. I hate to just be like diddly-daddling along and trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do within the next hour. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm following a consistent wake-up schedule so I know, okay, at this time I need to be doing my hair. At this time I need to be doing my makeup. At this time I need to be writing my script. At this time I need to be submitting my emails. Okay, I want to follow a consistent schedule because it helps boost my productivity, and therefore it should help boost your productivity. We want to create consistency in our life because again, consistency helps with that predictability. You want to create predictability. The reason why, number one reason why people hate predictability is because it gets boring. You know what you have to do. You can anticipate it at this point. And people just love creating drama for their life. They love creating this toxicity with their life. And so they're so much more better off being inconsistent because then life is more exciting. Life is more about surprises, when in reality, that is not where you're going to get to where you want to be. Creating these inconsistencies, creating this drama for yourself is not going to create the life that you truly want. Okay, we want to create a consistent schedule for yourself, whether it's like consistency on paying off your bills as soon as the direct deposit hits. Okay, it's boring, you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. Okay, those bills got to be paid. But people want to create drama by not paying them off and then having those late fees, and then procrastinating, and then those late fees keep going and then it keeps accumulating and it becomes a bigger problem instead of you just going ahead, paying your bills and calling it a day. Like, you're going to be left with nothing anyway, so might as well just pay off your bills so that you don't create drama for yourself. So this is the type of consistency, I don't know why I veered off to there, but this is the type of consistency that we want to have in our life. So we want to create a consistent wake-up schedule. I'm sorry if I'm talking so fast, but it's like a million words at a minute. But we want to create consistency by waking up at a certain time every week. and it's boring, I don't want to do it. I don't want to wake up at 5 in the morning, but I have to do it to make sure that I am getting what I need to get done in the morning, because I can't squeeze in a 2-hour can't squeeze in a 2-hour morning routine into 30 minutes. It's just not possible for me. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. so that I can be consistent with my day. Okay, so it helps you with your productivity. So create a wake up schedule so that you can wake up at a good time and you go to sleep at a great time. But we'll talk about our nighttime routine a little bit later. But a daily routine, a morning routine, helps you set up and prepare for the day. That is what a morning routine should do. So you wake up at a certain time, you do the stuff that helps you prep for the day, and then the rest of the day should be just like bouncing off of that foundation that you had just built for yourself in the morning. Okay, we don't want to be rushing out the door without our coffee in our hands, without the lunch that we're gonna take. So we want to create that consistent schedule with ourselves so that we can just build off of the foundation that we had built already for the day. Number 3, easy daily routine that you should implement is identifying your top priorities for the week. So this goes alongside with your habit trackers. So what are the top 3 things that you are going to do for the week? What are the top 3 things that you want to make sure that you hit so that you know you've had a productive week? For me, it's going to the gym 5 days out of the week. For me, it's making sure that I upload 5 days out of the week. For me, it's making sure that I submit my email on Thursdays. Those are the top 3 priorities. And obviously, things change throughout the week, or I may add another priority, or there could be less priorities for the week. But point is that I'm identifying what my top priorities are for the week. You can have more, you can have less, but make sure that they are top priorities that you have to get done. Okay, we can make literally anything a priority, right? But if it's not the actual hard work that you have to do, like if you're saying, oh yeah, I gotta clean my bathroom when you have an exam due this week, your bathroom can be clean the next week. What your top priority should be is studying 5, 10, 15 hours to make sure that you get an A for that exam, or that you pass that exam. Okay, you can't just be lying to yourself and making up all these priorities when the real priority is like sitting right there in front of you and all you're doing is procrastinating it. No, set real priorities, real top priorities that you are going to implement for the week. So I'm identifying this alongside while I'm making my weekly routine, while I'm making my weekly clear metrics that I have from the number 1 routine that I make. So I am making sure that I am identifying my top priorities so that when the week comes, I can look at my schedule and I can be like, okay, yes, this is what I have to do this week and this is what we're working with. So I'm identifying the clear priorities so that I can submit those things and I don't create this anxiety within myself. Because I'm somebody who, when I procrastinate, I end up having anxiety. So I'm much rather just get it over with, get it done, and have it submitted so that I don't have to worry about it later. Like, it's done. I can push it aside. And that is what I do with my top priorities. I make sure that they're the number 1 thing that I get done. Like, it is top of mind, like living in my head rent free. We're gonna submit this stuff. Like, this is the top, like this is what we're going to get done this week, and no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is what we're doing today. And so I'm making sure that I have those clear priorities with myself. I'm letting everybody know what my priorities are, letting everybody understand, like, this is my top of mind. I'm not doing anything else unless I get this done, and you cannot bother me about it. So get your priorities straight, girlfriend. So number 4 is to track your progress. Okay, this is an easy task, but it's so easy that sometimes we just like procrastinate about it. Because all you do is literally check your weight every morning if you're trying to lose weight. You check your bank account if you're trying to pay off debt. For me, I check my YouTube studio to make sure that my videos are getting the views that I'm hoping for, or checking my watch hours to make sure that I'm making progress towards the watch hours so that I can finally become monetized. These are just daily habits, these are daily things that I'm tracking, and it's so easy to just forget them because they're so simple, because it's not something that's like, oh, I can just check it tomorrow, like it's not that hard. But you miss the details. That's the problem, is that when you're going after your goals, the details matter. When you are making a habit with checking in on your progress every single day, there's nothing about the details that are going to get slipped through the cracks and really just make your whole plan fall apart. Okay, you have to look at the details, and you have to go through those little tiny things that literally might not make sense, but it's gonna make the most impact on your life, because every little tiny thing, a tiny crack, tiny slip that may happen, for every tiny crack that you have on your system, something will slip through and it'll kind of just destroy everything that you've ever built. So we want to make sure that we're keeping track on our progress. We want to make sure that we're keeping track that if I am counting my calories, if I'm going to the gym every single day, I'm making sure that my weight is getting, that I'm losing weight, that I'm not gaining it. Because if I'm gaining, something is happening. And the last thing that we want to do is waste our time, is go through the entire month thinking that we're losing weight, and then when it comes to checking our weight, oh, we've actually gained 5 pounds instead of 2 because we've been eating, I don't know, too much of carbs or something. So we want to keep track of the progress that we're making, so that when something happens, when we check in on ourselves, we're like, oh wait, this is not going where I thought it was going to go. It's actually going the opposite way. What's happening? And we can catch it quickly. So number 5 thing is to adopt a do it now mentality. So instead of just waiting until the end of the week, instead of just waiting until Monday or the weekend or the new year or the new month or a new week, just do it now. If you have the time, why wait? If you can spare a few minutes to do something, just go ahead and do it now. Why are you putting things off? This is what I talked about in my video of how to stop putting things off forever, is that if you're just on top of everything, there's nothing really to put off. If you just do it now, there's nothing really to put off till later. There's nothing really to procrastinate with, because you've already done it. So it's so logical, but yet everybody makes the mistake by not doing it, because again, people want to create drama in their life. They want to have their life exciting and on the edge, when in reality, that is not where you're going to get to where you want to go. Okay, living off the edge is not where you're going to find the magical unicorn and make $1 million business. No, it's by doing the consistent boring work every single day and checking in on yourself and checking in on your progress. So if you can do it now, might as well just do it now. Okay, for me, I could have not filmed this video, and because I already had filmed one video right before this one, and I could have just been on my phone for the next 20 minutes, and I was like, you know what, I have the 20 minutes, might as well just do it now. Why am I going to wait until later? If later comes around and something else comes up, then I'm not going to have time for later. I'm going to have to do that thing that ended up being a priority. So I want to make sure that I am doing things now. If I have the time, I'm going to do it now, so that I'm not worrying about it later and it's already done. It's already over with. So adopt a do it now mentality. These are just simple things that you can do every day, whether it's like, oh yeah, if I have time to put this ketchup bottle away, I'm going to just do it now. If I have 2 seconds to spare to wash my dish, I'm just gonna do it now. Oh, I can go put gas in my car. I don't have to wait until tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna do it now. Adopt this do it now mentality and watch you stop putting things off forever. Okay, so number 6 thing is use a visual reminder. I have post-it notes on my mirror, on my wall, of visual reminders of things that are my priority, things that I want to get done, and just little reminders for myself of what I'm working towards. Okay, this is just used more of like an inspiration, motivation type of thing, or you can just use it as a way to just remind yourself to do certain things. So use a visual reminder. Sometimes just having it in your head doesn't really help. Maybe writing things down and having it right in front of you and reflecting off of what your workspace is at can probably help you just a little bit, just like that little visual reminder of, this is what I'm working for, and this is what I'm working towards, and this is what I want in my life. Last thing is to get yourself organized. If you are not an organized person, this is the time to do it. Okay, especially bringing in the new year, we want to bring fresh, new, clean energy, and so we want to create an environment where it is going to create the most productivity for yourself. Okay, because you can't have discipline without productivity. Okay, we want to be productive with our life. And I'm not saying that you need to be like the most OCD clean person in your environment, but at the same time you want to make it inviting enough so that you want to sit down in your chair and work on this stuff. You want to go to the gym and work out. Like, you want to have clean clothes, you want to have a clean space, you want to have clean energy so that you can be the most productive. Because if your area is dirty and you had set time aside to sit down, I don't know, and write your book that you've always been wanting to write, then all these little distractions of, oh shit, I need to put these papers away. Oh yeah, you're right, I need to call this doctor's that I haven't called in a while and make that appointment. Oh, I need to go blah 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 blah. My notifications are going off. Like, you create these little distractions for yourself. Again, people want to create the drama. So you start creating these little distractions with yourself. You start thinking that all of these little things are priorities, and then you miss the fact that you put 30 minutes aside to write your book. And then you end up putting all these stuff away. You start organizing yourself, and then once it's time for you to sit down and write your book, oh, time is up. Now I have to go do that next thing that I needed to do. And you miss out on all that. Get yourself organized. Take 10 to 15 minutes aside and just clean up your area, put things away, and watch yourself become more and more productive because of it. I started to try to implement myself of clean as you go type of thing. It doesn't work every single time, but I try to be conscious of the fact that I need to clean as I go, because it helps me in the long run for when it's time for me to sit down and create the things that I need to create, whether it's me editing my video or writing down my scripts. I want to make sure that I have implemented a environment for myself where it's distraction free, and that I can be the most productive with the time that I do have for myself, because I don't really usually have a lot of time for myself, especially during the week when I have 2 kids. Okay, it is so freaking hard. So on the weekends, when I have a little bit more flexibility, that is when I take the time to really just like hone in, do multiple hours of work. But during the week, I'm making sure that I'm staying on top of the organization, so when I do have those 30 minutes for myself to just write down an email really quick or script out a video really quick, I'm able to do so without feeling like I need to be distracted by all the mess that's around me. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Joel De Silva. I did want to say that if you want, you can go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. It's called I am introducing a new newsletter series called Silva's Success Strategies, where I'm sending you one tactical strategy every week, something that you can implement, whether it's like a daily routine or a strategy that you can start implementing, one easy routine, one easy tactical habit that you can start implementing today that is going to make the wildest difference towards achieving your goals. So if you want to have that alongside you signing up, you will get a free PDF on 8 different ways to overcome procrastination. So if you're a ultimate procrastinator, these are 8 different ways on how you can stop procrastinating and build discipline. So if you want to sign up for that, it'll be over my website. It'll be linked down below. And also, I did want to announce that I have launched a new workbook called the 7-Day Workbook Guide to Stop Procrastinating and Build Discipline. So this is a 29-page workbook which has different worksheets that you're going to do on a daily basis, that is going to help you stop procrastinating and hopefully at the end of the week build discipline. But the workbook won't work unless you do. So I do want to preface that. So anyways, I do have to go, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Mwah.